hard. My pretty girls, pretty girls, pretty girls, pretty girls. Will you be my Valentine? Will you be my Valentine? My pretty girls, pretty girls, pretty girls, pretty girls. Will you be my Valentine? Will you be my Valentine? Yeah, my pretty girls, pretty girls, pretty girls, pretty girls. Will you be my Valentine? Will you be my Valentine? My pretty girls, pretty girls, pretty girls, pretty girls. Will you be my Valentine? Will you be my Valentine? Will you?
All right, guys. I don't plan to be here all day. Had a speech written, but I'm actually shocked by the findings of Crackdown 3, and I am fucking shocked. I would have been, if I saw 68, 69, I'd be like, all right, whatever, par for the course. It's no way Crackdown 3 is below a fucking Sea of Thieves and State of Decay and Recore and Super Lucky Tales. Like, no way, they can't do that, because if they did that, they're exposing themselves for the fucking frauds that they fucking are. That's exactly what they're doing. And they're pulling their shit all in front of your faces. All these bullshit pussy ass media sites, all of them fucking expose themselves right now. And here is the fucking proof. How? These motherfuckers been setting up ever since the preview broke. They've been treating their little videos all differently, showing their face on camera, putting lipstick on, being bitches, and yeah. So let's talk about Crackdown today. See, it's like any other game they get. It's oh yeah, we're talking about this game, blah blah blah. Let the game play. Shut the fuck up. Nobody want to hear your crackling ass voice. We want to see the game, and they just let the game play and whatever. That's it. Nothing else. But here they gotta put all personality in it. Now you have a personality, you fucking dorks, huh? Now you got a personality, huh? Now people at GameSpot and IGNs and Gaming for you all got personality now. Now it's time to talk about Crackdown 3. Oh, you somebody now, huh? You're somebody now. You're an individual. Oh, yeah. I want to know who you are. You seem like an interesting cat. Sure, talk your shit. Yeah, so Crackdown 3, here it goes. Making people very famous. 61 is the score. Now, how did Crackdown 3 do that? There's even reviews, when you read the reviews, that they're actually not, some of the reviews aren't bashing the game. They just have to give it the low score because they need to make history. There's a hit out on Crackdown 3 and other Xbox games to make it the lowest rated games of this generation. There was an internal bet for this game. The goal is to get Crackdown 3's Metascore down below a 60. You know why? Because other than the Ubisoft Kinect game, the lowest scoring, I think, Xbox exclusive has to be one of the best Xbox games this generation, and that's Rise and Roll at 60. Now you gotta ask yourself, how the fuck did that happen? How the fuck did this game was the best looking game in 2013? I mean, God forbid it's repetitive. Actually had a decent story, graphically amazing, but it got a 60. It got a 60. This game, by meta standards, this is why the Metacritic system is fucking broken. By meta, it's worse than Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2, which launched broken. Broken! It was broke! It launched broken, and it was magnificently better than Rise and Rome. Holy shit! How did they fucking do that? It was like, okay, launch that. So my thing is, they need to reverse this shit, because early in the generation where games are really sparse and ideas are just thrown out there, you might want to be less harsh on some of these launch games, because Rise and Rome didn't deserve that, fuckers. They didn't. They did not. GamesBeat was the only smart motherfucker to review this fucking game. All right, so you're telling me right now Crackdown is just slightly better than Rise and Rome. Okay. But it's worse than Recore. Oh, the game that couldn't fucking load at the longest load time. But when you played it, it was all right. I ain't hate it. But it's got to say, they killed this game. and Mr. No Content Sea of Thieves. They just threw your ass into an empty sea. Same 3 missions. 69, they gave Sea of Thieves a bit of a chance, but apparently Crackdown 3 don't hold a fucking candle to Sea of Thieves. How the fuck did that happen? How? Crackdown 3 is an open world sandbox action game. It's fun, it's mayhem, it's an easy genre to make games, and it's like these games, you know, a game like that just don't flop. There was a hit out on Crackdown. Anybody can fucking make a Crackdown and they'll give it a solid 73. But no, Microsoft published it, so we're gonna fuck this shit up, aren't you? So apparently, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Now I respect Sea of Thieves and what it does, and I'm hoping it lives very long. But Sea of Thieves is not better than Crackdown 3. I'm telling you that now. Not only just played the fucking technical demo. I'm telling you that now. State of K2. Respect the guys over there at Undead Labs. Game's fun, you know, they did a lot of the fixes to make this game work properly. But I can tell you fucking right now, based on genre, State of Decay is not better than Crackdown 3. Kiss my ass. No. But IGN thinks so. GameSpot thinks so. These motherfuckers their meta ruler, whatever they're using to score these games, is fucking broken. And they know it. It's not even broken. What happened is this game, there was a hit out on Crackdown 3. A clear hit on Crackdown 3. And so it's a competition. And Microsoft should investigate this. It's an internal competition to get this game to be the lowest scoring Xbox game. The only thing is it won't score lower than Fighter Within, that Kinect game. I think that game is at like a 48 or some shit like that. It won't score lower than that, which is fine, whatever. But there's a hit out on this game because I think the industry knows Crackdown 3 is Microsoft's last we don't give a fuck type of game. Because moving forward, they ain't getting no bullshit no more, and I dare the motherfuckers try to fucking damage control these scores. Now let's look at some previous Crackdown games, right? Let's look at Crackdown 1. Now, stupid ass trailer, Far Cry New Dawn sucks anyway. All right, so here we are, Crackdown. Now, Crackdown 3, just to give you guys a heads up, what are the reviewers saying? It's a proper sequel, a better like version of Crackdown, the original one that scored an 83. You're telling me they gave this game an 83 based off a Halo 3 beta that was playable 4 months after the game launched? Are you telling me that? Are you telling me this 83 is strictly based off a Halo 3 beta? Now, I can understand the sales being higher for the Halo 3 beta, but you're telling me this game scored an 83 based off a Halo 3 beta? And Crackdown 1 is leaps and bounds. Crackdown 3 is leaps and bounds better than Crackdown 1. Leaps and bounds. Leaps and bounds. Leaps and bounds. I wouldn't even give this Crackdown. I thought Saints Row 1 and Saints Row 2 were better than the original first 2 Crackdowns. By far. So apparently, what happened, huh? What happened? Oh, let's talk about Crackdown 2. Everybody shot this one down. Wasn't good. People didn't like it, whatever. It was too much the same. They gave it a 70. They still respected the game. Respected the game. And you're telling me Crackdown 3, which is better than Crackdown 1 and much better than Crackdown 2, is 9 points worse? I'm sick of these butt crumbs, yo. I'm sick of the butt crumbs of this fucking industry. I'm sick of it. It is horrible. I'm sick of our games getting robbed, and somebody needs to do something about it because all these people are doing on these fucking journalists and all this shit. All they're trying to do is really just get like clout, and they're just trying to pretty much. Why? I'm trying to find my bad, guys. I'm trying to find chat. I'm gonna start reading your chats in a second, but I go to my channel and I can't even get my own fucking video. These guys, wait, hold on. Before I even do this, how the fuck, I just let them, how I got 27 dislikes? You guys I'm blocking all you motherfuckers. Won't all you put your Twitter handles in the comment section and get fucking blocked right now? Because that is stupid. So I am not allowed to share my thoughts on how this game is being treated on YouTube. So you just dislike it? Huh? You just, oh, I don't like it. I'm gonna play the dislike button. Yeah, get a fucking life. Trust me. Like, Fuck all you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna like this and I'm gonna log into all my YouTube accounts and like this video and fix that bullshit. Trust me. Don't make me disactivate the dislike and like buttons. I always keep those shit showing. Don't make me disable the fucking comment section because I will fucking whip. That will hurt your core, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? No, you're not. Just like you want to dislike it, give me $5. PayPal. You can dislike this video for a low fee of $5. All right. PayPal.me/KidsMOOVE if you want to dislike this fucking video. Because if you guys continue to hit that dislike button, I would disable that whole fucking shit. I would disable the whole thing. Disabled. You won't even get to see it. You couldn't even count. Couldn't even laugh at it. Watch. So, here we are. The Valentine's Day Massacre has happened. Nerd Boy Smooth was right. Nerd Boy Smooth predicted this fucking score. Not these fucking idiots that I argue with on fucking Twitter every day. Nerd Boy Smooth said 58-62. Wow, was that man on the fucking money? It happens. The same Valentine's Day Massacre. This date was penciled in and it was highlighted on every gaming journalist's calendar. They had it out for this game. There is no way Crackdown 3 is a 61. It looks better than what they said. Remember that bitch ass butt crumb that said, "Oh, it looks like a 360 game." Oh, did fucking the dude from Digital Foundry expose that ass? Expose that ass. Something's wrong with these fucking people's their noodle in their eyes. Something's wrong with them. Completely wrong with them. Because they want to put themselves, they want to be that person. They want to be that person like, all right, this is my moment. Xbox is about to drop a game. I need to be free from the chains of IGN and GameSpot and let my personality show. I need to get it in where the clicks are in. So, like I said before, I will not be swayed by the Metascore. I will not be bothered. This stuff doesn't bother me. This doesn't tell me Crackdown 3 is a bad game. What it does is tell me it's like, dude, I can't wait to play this game, and I want to see if these or is this 61 invalidated? Is it validated? Because Rise, Sun and Rome, sure, damn was not validated. That score was not validated at all. They were way off. Way off. They had fucking pinkies in their asshole when they were reviewing that game. And I think the same thing would happen here. The problem is here, we're years later into the generation. I feel like there's an internal competition to bring down some of these games, especially by Xbox. Like I said, I've always believed this generation that Xbox games start at a 0 and they have to work their way up, whereas PlayStation games and now Nintendo games, they start at an A+ or 100 and they have to work their way down. It's not an even playing field because there's no way Crackdown 3 is the worst of the 3 Crackdowns that's available. It's a fucking lie. I know for sure. That's a damn lie. And there's no way that Crackdown 3 is the worst traditional console game for Xbox. It's not worse than Sea of Thieves. It's not worse than State of Decay. It's not worse than Super Lucky's Tales. It's not worse than Recore. It's a fucking lie. It's a fucking facade. These are these bitch-made niggas' imaginations that got power. That's it. So that's why I would never respect a GameSpot and IGN and none of these idiots. You know what I mean? And a lot of people come to Windows Central and freaking and Randall Thor. They gave it like a 6.2. I don't give a shit about that. I really don't. My thing is, I would understand if a Rand gave it a 6.5 and Windows Central gave it like a 6, a 6.5, or a 7, and then somebody like a Game Informer or a GameSpot gave it a 7, then I can try to like, okay, cool. Now people are actually using their fucking opinions. You know what I mean? Now, even though I was a bit disappointed in Randall Thor's review, because when we talked, his score at the point in time when we were talking was a bit higher than that. So I was surprised to learn that he gave it a 6.5. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, shit. But yeah, and I know everybody's talking about this bet with Blackbond. I'm sorry, man. Like I said, once it finally hit me, like, dude. Xbox isn't going to get. They're not giving Xbox. They're not doing Xbox any favors. So this bet is a loss. So Bond, because he's taking advantage of me, he's not getting any fucking money or no gains for me, not from this Crackdown shit. Hell no. If he won it, he's gonna have to fight me. He's gonna have to fight me, right? That's how I feel about it. Let me read. Carlos said, "Sway Zaddy fills nuts out your mouth." And shut the fuck up, you crooked cop wearing it. Look like a fucking penguin in a sweater. That's what this nigga Carlos. What's his name? Is Carlos Fernandez? Look like a fucking penguin. He looks like Penguin from Batman, except he's wearing a fucking cricket ass cap and a damn hoodie. The hell out of here. Smack some goose eggs out your ass. All right, this dude Blessy says Smooth got to realize standards changed and 80 was not a 90 plus 10 years ago, Chief. That just means Crackdown hasn't improved much over the years. So you're telling me a 61 in 2019 would translate to an 83 in 2007. So technically what you're telling me is Crackdown 3 is really an 83. And if an 83 translate into a 61 in 2019, then I'm going with the respectable score in 20. So in 20, I'm respecting Crackdown 3 as a, if it released in 27, it's an 83. It's an 83. Let's agree to that. Let's agree to that. Yes, Chief, let's agree to that. Ugh. I'm telling you though. No, it's an 83 because this game is not worse than the first two games. It's not. It's not. There is the crazy thing is that guess what? Like the game Apex Legends is Titanfall without the Titans and is down to is you only get one mode in one map pretty much. Titanfall without the Titans, one mode, one map. It's a 91, but yet Titanfall 1 and Titanfall 2 are mid 80s, late 70s. How? How, Sway? How does that fucking happen? A complete game versus a portion of a game backed by EA. These niggas are stupid. 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 Guess what? The only knock, I think that's gonna, as far as it comes to Crackdown, I feel like no, it should not have taken this long to create this game. I don't think the weight. I think the weight is what killed this game, and I think that's what these reviewers are weighing this upon. I don't think they're really judging this game based on the core of it being Crackdown or respecting it, really reviewing it based off its own game. What they're doing is they're looking at, well, it took this many years to come out, and then they're they're thinking about like Spider-Man and God of War and fucking The Witcher and all these other games in Red Dead, and they were like, oh, it's not that, so it's horrible. They're not doing a game its proper due. It's not being held to proper standards. They completely disregarded the Crackdown games that they reviewed in the past, and completely disregarded games that came out for Xbox that they rated in the 60s that were quote unquote bad, and somehow this game is magnificently worse. Like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. This is why, like, if I were the head of Xbox, I'd say fuck these niggas. I am not giving these niggas shit. They're gonna have to buy this game if they want to review it, and then the review scores would be delayed. Like, these guys get pimped. These guys are like, they're fake. They're phony. They're like complete assholes. They're assholes that have like this perceived power, like and the power to sway opinions, the power to say, hey, I'm going to put a number next to this game, and your whole opinion for your lifetime, will reflect upon my score. Fucking bitch asses. Carlos, bro. He says, I like downgrade tier crews, no muscles, all bark. This nigga just paying me. Hey, if you pay $5 to my PayPal, you can get unblocked, and you can actually say this, right? According to the visuals, Crackdown 3 is actually not downgraded. So to the Porter Rocks, to the Kofis, to whomever wanted to say Crackdown 3 is downgraded, you're fraud. You're exposed. You're exposed. Exposed. Because the game actually looks much better than the destruction demo. I will say the destruction demo, obviously the destruction isn't the same in the final game, but visually, I got bagel on the side of my mouth and niggas ain't tell me. But visually, the game looks a ton better than what was demoed. So back at you, and the lock 30 frames per second on Xbox One X. And that shit stutters all over on PC because that platform's sick, fuck shit, because it's a piece of shit platform to play games on. It's only good for emailing and Microsoft Word. And so if you have the X, you got the best version of Crackdown, bar none. So a lot of people thought I would come here and damage control. A lot of people thought I would, duck and hide. They ain't got nothing to hide from. I'm ready to face these dudes any day, any fucking night. These fake ass reviews and these fake ass journalists and y'all fuck ass opinions. Because what would have happened if that score said 91 rather than 60? If you look at the shit like the right way, you will get a 91 out of that. But I'm just saying, but what if that shit said like an 81 versus a 61? What would you guys be saying? Nothing. You guys, you guys survive off negativity and you survive off Xbox failures. That's what gas you guys up. Don't gas me up because I don't let this shit affect me. No, not like that. Oh, not like that. This shit just made. I might buy 3 copies of this motherfucker and play it on Game Pass because of this shit. Trust me. Watch. Don't be surprised if I do a giveaway. I don't have a score because I have not finished. I haven't played the full game. I wasn't blessed like Colt Eastwood and Randall Thor to get a full copy of the game. You know what I mean? I wasn't blessed. I was not blessed to give you, like, I was only able to play Wrecking Zone, and that's because I'm an insider on a thing, but I wasn't blessed to get a review score, so I have to wait and play. I could have traveled to the city and got it, but I was like, out of respect for me game sharing, I'm not going to do that. Because obviously game sharing doesn't work on physical games. So I was like, you know what? I'll wait. And that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm happy I waited because I get to expose all the bullshit these motherfuckers came across in these damn reviews. Shit, I saw the review score at 8:10 this morning. It was at a 67 and it's dropped 6 points since then, with IGN and GameSpot both providing a 5.0 review score. Shit, one of these motherfuckers is usually the worst. It's usually good cop, bad cop. I thought IGN with Ryan McCaffrey's long chin ass would be the good cop, but he wasn't. Apparently not, so they gave the game a 5. And then those fucking cottage cheese, feta cheese smelling ass people at GameSpot, they gave it a 5 too. So I was like, all right, all bets are off. They're trying to give this game below a 60. Matter of fact, if I refresh the shit, it might be below a 60. Let's see. Come on, fucking scroll lock. All right, no, it's still a 61. All right, so. But I think I handled the situation pretty well. Because I was prepared for it. I slept on it. I went to bed, had me a good night's sleep, and I didn't block anybody yet. Well, I haven't looked at Twitter in the last 20 minutes or so, so I might have to block some people. But I think I handled the situation pretty well, and I'm happy. It's easy. This storm will pass. Sure, we're gonna see the 61 for the next 6 months. Compared, like, that people are gonna meme this shit and whatnot. But I know it's not that. I know reviewers can be wrong. Gaming journalists especially wrong. You got IGN. These niggas steal for a living. They steal reviews. So I can't take them serious. They probably literally took their review from IGN fucking Australia and just republished the shit in finer English. That's probably what they did for their Crackdown review. Them niggas still shit. Can't take them serious. Hell, they probably played like a portion of the game. I don't even think they review Resident Evil and they didn't even play the full fucking thing. They were just assuming shit. No, I won't trust these guys. And GameSpot, they're incompetent. Completely incompetent. I can't find the settings on the Xbox. Really, dude? You can't? Is that hard? Is that hard? But these dudes use iPhones every day where like fucking the more apps you download, the fucking apps get pushed all the way to the back. You have no trouble finding that shit, do you? Incompetent. Only people, all right, Colt Eastwood dropped an amazing review. Even though I can't disagree because I didn't play it, I'm a little surprised with Rand's review. Digital Foundry did a good analysis because it exposed those pussy ass niggas that said the game was like a 360 game. So, you know, that felt good. But beyond that, I'm not looking into all this other bullshit because that number it's a facade. Like I said, it's an internal competition that these guys wanted to do to make sure they get the game below a 60. They may just make it below a 60. Hell, Windows Central and Xbox Achievement could have helped prevent that because there is an internal thing going on to make this game go to shit. It's called killing by the public. It's a stoning. That's how you should look at Crackdown 3, the Crackdown 3 Valentine's Day Massacre. It's a public stoning. It was set up, and Windows Central, the Xbox Achievements, and all these sites that would usually be a little bit more fair to Xbox games, they picked the wrong fucking game to be fucking objective towards. I'm sorry, they picked the wrong game because there was already a fucking agenda already out for this game. So whereas their Metascores could have helped this game like at least be like above the 60 point, these other sites are pushing for this game to be below a 60. They're trying to say this game is the only game this is better than as an Xbox exclusive is Fighter Within, the Kinect game. That is bullshit. You and I know it. It's bullshit. There's no way that Crackdown 3 is worse than what is like Rise of the Sun and Rome is not even bad, but in no way is worse than Recore, Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2, Super Lucky's Tale, which I think Super Lucky's Tale is at a 66. No way it's worse than Crackdown 3, Crackdown 1, and no way that is worse than Crackdown 2. We're being fooled and lied to. They're playing with us, man. It's unfair. I think it's unfair, yo. And I'm sick of it. It hurts me to the core because it's bad for the hobby. It's bad for the industry because we're witnessing a public stoning of a game just because these motherfuckers ain't got nothing to do. Just because. You got this generation was full of the ranters, the guys that just rant about everything, all the bullshit. Mad. All those ranters and shit. Oh, everything's dying. Those people dying. This is dying, and here's why. This game is dying, and here's why. All those motherfuckers, you know, the guys that are just like all depressed and shit, fucking make you take a Xanax and shit over fucking video games. And then you have the media's punching bag, and unfortunately Xbox generation has been the media's punching bag. They fucking overhype. This is what they do. It's not overhype. What they do to Xbox games, it's like they put it, the delivery of their previews and reviews on Xbox games is done so differently than when it comes to other games that they was like, we're going to prepare you for the shitstorm that we're about to create. And I don't respect any of these gaming sites and these journalists for it because they're fucking frauds. They don't belong here. And Crackdown 3 is better than a 61. Realistically, Crackdown 3 honestly is probably, if anything, is probably a 78. Probably, and that's me not playing it because the next time somebody tells me a game is repetitive, I'm like, what the fuck? I just watched a repetitive game get a 91 the other day. What the fuck? Like, come on. This is bullshit. Such a trash game. Shut the fuck up, Red Hood. You never even fucking played it. All Metascore does is give people that don't fucking play games the right to say a game is ass, and that's not fucking fair. They ain't putting in the work. They ain't putting in the sweat. They ain't putting in the time. They just get to look at a fucking number next to a game and say, oh, it's trash. Fuck out of here. And that shit is annoying as hell, dude. That shit, you all should be fucking disappointed in yourselves for falling it for this. You all should be ashamed. I have 2 streams of Crackdown 3 on my channel. I played some form of it. That's more than you have. Nah, but for real though, I am sick of this bullshit, man. I am sick of it. I'm sick of it. It's fucking annoying, yo. That's why I don't want to go to E3 or anything like that. Because if I see any of these squarehead motherfuckers, I'm gonna slap somebody. Because you can't be this fucking dumb. You can't be this fucking dense. These guys have these niggas made a career out of murdering games. Media journalists like the Kotakus and the IGN, they're responsible for more studio shutdowns than anyone. Anyone. All right. But I think that's my rant. I say to those who are, if I hope this public murder, this public stoning didn't sway your thoughts. I think you should give the game a try. It's going to be on Game Pass. I think the game is fun. Had an awesome time with the multiplayer. And the single player, I mean, it's an open world sandbox game. I mean, what could go wrong? I mean, is there any bugs? I mean, because there's a game I launched with bugs. And it did decent in review scores. I mean, I really don't know what to say. But this is frustrating. I now understand why the dude had to go to court for because I feel like the blatant disrespect when it comes to Xbox is just like, it's just out of there. They're trolling. They know it. And they try to pass it off as fanboys. These crooked ass niggas. Like, that's why I don't fuck with any of these. The Ryan McCaffreys. They're crooked. They know what's going on, and they use this tool to really fuck with us and cause outrage. They know what was going on. Valentine's Day, Crackdown. These niggas. Watch a GameSpot preview, an IGN preview moving forward. See how bland and traditional these previews are. These previews. Compared to Crackdown's preview. Crackdown's preview was not bland or traditional. No motif. It was just like, it was something new. I'm like, oh, these niggas is going out of character to tell us about this game. I'm just saying though, for real though, everybody, like anybody that brings these stupid ass fucking Metascores to me, you should be ashamed of yourself, especially if you don't play the game. But you guys got to admit, I am right. What Metascores does, it give motherfuckers that don't play games or that don't play a said game the right to pretty much trash it because of this bright yellow ass number next to it, thanks to some big headed motherfuckers with egos. That's what it does. It gives them the right to shit on a game. And I want these motherfuckers I just wish I have an opportunity to speak with these dudes one by one. Because, I mean, these are the same motherfuckers that essentially gave Gears of War Ultimate Edition like a 6. And it was a remastered version of a game that initially got a 9. How did it lose 3 points by getting better graphics and better frame rates? How? This is essentially what happened just Crackdown 3. Crackdown 1. Nobody even accepts Crackdown's 2 existence, but it got a 70. Nobody accepts Crackdown's 2 existence, but it got a 70. And they're saying this is like a true, to the core Crackdown game, like referring to the first one, but it's better. But it's worse? It doesn't make no sense. Red Hood for $5. Like, let's talk about Forza Horizon, right? Here's the thing. Niggas better not fuck with Playground games. You're not gonna rate these niggas because Playground has pedigree. Their games to try to half-ass. They sort of half-ass the review for Horizon 2 because Horizon 2 was better than its review scores. Just give you a heads up about that. for anyone to try to, it's easy to finagle a review of Crackdown 3 or of Gears 4 or Halo. You couldn't do that with Forza Horizon. You couldn't do that because somebody would have called them out. Forza Horizon was generally an awesome game. Crackdown, I'm not saying Crackdown 3 is amazing like it deserves like a 98 or a 92. No, it's not a must play or anything like that. But it's easily to finagle a score of a game that probably deserves a 75 or a 78 or even an 80. You can easily finagle that down to a 60 with these, especially a game that hasn't been around in years. It's easy to do that. It's easy, especially it's easy to do that to new IPs from Xbox. It's easy to do that. And for games that haven't been around in ages. Nah. Finagle? Look it up, Grand Cross. What the fuck is a finagle? Carlos says it's hot garbage. Acting like Tory Lanez after Dax diss Stack. This man, shut up. Shut up. I'm only answering your fucking comments because you're throwing $5 towards it. Please. Your comments make no sense. Your opinion makes no sense. I can't take anybody that's supposed to be like, you're in a gaming freaking stream and your default picture is you looking like some fucking thug about to slang crack out of your ass crack. Get the hell out of here. You should be blocked. He said, Smooth, expose that hype beast Kofi, please. Kofi. See, I long left Kofi long ago because I left Kofi alone because Kofi is in it for the memes. The memes. When Sea of Thieves came out, what did Kofi do? He didn't give the game a chance. He just literally took his pillow and his blanket and he fell asleep, act like he's going to sleep on stream. He did it for memes. I can't take Kofi's opinion on certain games seriously. Kofi gets ahead because in Canada, they ain't shit to do, so they just release games early. I respect Kofi as a YouTuber, but when it comes to opinions on Xbox game, nah, they're all with the bullshit. They're all with the shits. All with the shits. All with the shits, though. But not me. I've been true to the core. I'm consistent, and I'm not taking shit. Not from none of these. No. None of you niggas can't tell me. The only person that can honestly tell me the game sucks is probably Ran and Colt and Jazz from Windows Central. They can honestly tell me that the game sucks, but at the end of the day, it ain't going to sway my opinion. I'm going to look at it as their opinion. I can't look at any of you guys in the chat who already determined the game sucked prior to it even having an official release date. Like, no. You just use these Metascores as validations. And they're not even valid. This site needs to cease to exist. All review scores should cease to exist. Everything, they should drop the number and just put like a stars. I don't think Rand is lying in his review. I just felt like he picked the wrong fucking time to be objective. There is a hit out on Crackdown. I don't look at Rand as some journalist. I feel like I look at Rand as Rand. He plays a lot of games, so I kind of don't really deep dive into a Rand review. I can't. I have no place. I'm sorry. Rand has a million gamer score. Rand gets all the games. Rand sits higher than me, I will admit. And when it comes to Xbox, Rand's here and I'm somewhere down there. But the thing is, Rand's a person, so I know who Rand is. He's not like this fucking glorified person that's just fucking glorified. He's just a traditional person that everybody respects, and I honestly respect myself. Do I agree with his Crackdown review score? I can't say so because I haven't played the full game, but I do think for one game he could have been objective off at the wrong fucking time. It's this game. This game. I just felt like the 6.5 was probably really a 7, and I felt like he probably just like, you know what? It's probably a 6.5, but it probably should have been a 7. I still think Rand's honest opinion, when he looks back at this a couple months down the road, he's gonna be like, I should have gave that game a 7. Because he's gonna play worse games, and he's gonna realize he played even worse games than that. All right, I think I just got a message on Twitter. What's going on here? He says, come on PSP and speak your piece with Rand and Jez. All right, this is gonna be a problem. PSP is tonight. Okay, I guess I can come. Yeah, absolutely. And my Twitter notifications is at 99 plus, so that means I got a lot of motherfuckers to block soon as I stop streaming this shit. But and please stop with the term damage control. What I'm doing is not damage controlling. It's exposing and revealing to you the truth, the facts, and what I think is going on with some of these games. I showed it to you. None of you can properly say, none of you can honestly say that when Crackdown, that you can look at Crackdown 3 and say after you've experienced Recore, if you really experienced Recore, after you experience Sea of Thieves, if you really experienced Sea of Thieves, after you experience State of Decay 2, if you really experienced State of Decay 2, after you experience Super Lucky's Tales, if you truly experience Super Lucky's Tales, or after you experience Crackdown 1, after you experience Crackdown 2, if you truly experience those games, that Crackdown 3 is worse than all those games. It makes me want to take a Tylenol. Like, that makes no sense. All right, somebody, hold on, let me read this. Jared Bruno says, I played Crackdown 3 and I would give it an 84. Much respect to you. Because this game is better than Sea of Thieves. And I gave Sea of Thieves an 8. Just Cause 4, same type of game. Why are you shocked they scored around the same? Just Cause 4, what did Just Cause 4 score? Let's he says around the same. So I'm assuming Just Cause 4, unless this thing is not paying attention. Come on. Just Cause. Oh, so where's 4? The fuck? Did I not spell that shit right? What? Yeah, at some point, like, that's weird. All right, so Just Cause 4, a 70 on Xbox. Well, what assholes reviewed that game for an Xbox? They were pretty proud of it. You know, PlayStation 4, their standards are higher, so I can understand the difference. They're set to higher standards because all their games are over the fucking shoulder, slow, and cinematic. Great. They gave it a 65. Still, magnificently better than a 61. Nah, no respect from me. Tell them how you feel, speak your mind. It's exactly what I'm doing, man. I'm not sugarcoating shit. None of that bullshit. Crackdown 3 review scored overshadowed Jump Force's review scores, which were low, surprisingly low, 65. But no, these motherfuckers had an agenda. They know what they were doing. They didn't really want to tell you Jump Force was bad because of the fan base. They're going to overshadow it with Crackdown. Yes, I am smart. I think this is why we have a disconnect. I think more, you guys just fucking watch for numbers, you know? Ugh. 62 down. Did it jump? Who's that? All right. One more review. Who helped that up? Who helped that? GameSpew gave it a 90. Okay, destroy. Like, let's open this up. Why does my shit get slower as like? Look at these motherfuckers. What the fuck is an app trick? Get the fuck out of here. What dumbass gave them accredited to review games? GameSpew gave it a 90. Yeah, forget Crackdown 2 happened. Crackdown 3 is the sequel we deserve. Exactly what I'm talking about. How could a game, the third era, has more in common with the first one, but better all around, somehow it's worse than all of them? Gaming trend. Respectable scores. See, I'm not saying I'm promoting these scores because they're higher, but it doesn't, just what we know of the game, it doesn't coincide with the scores. God is Geek 75, Vandal 75, but Xbox G, like, I'm just like, I don't mind the 70, whatever. Press Start Australia. Press Start Podcast gotta change their fucking name. IGN Italia 68. Oh shit, look at them. How does IGN has multiple scores that count? Look at these. Look at this. Look at this. I'm shocked at True Achievements. I'm like I said, I'm shocked at Windows Central. Dark Station. If you're named after Dark Station and DualShockers, you shouldn't be able to your score. This shit shouldn't count. They shouldn't get Xbox games. Look at DualShockers 50. Obviously, they named their website out after a fucked up controller. Fandom. That shit sounds like anime. So if it's yeah, obviously. Yeah. Game Informer, I think Game Informer, GameSpot already gave this shit a 5, so when it's published, it's going to go down. Game Informer might be the saving grace, but I think those were the dudes that said it looked like a 360 game. IGN already gave it a 5. Fucking asshole. Kotaku, I won't go relying on them. Polygon, The Verge, US Gamer, like, what's taking these dudes so long? It only takes 12 hours to beat the game. Yeah, so he said Jump Force and Silent Storm says Jump Force and Crackdown are both getting killed. What's the problem? The problem is one's an exclusive to the Xbox brand. The other is just some fucking quote unquote another Japanese anime style game that underperformed. If you realize nobody's talking about Jump Force getting a 65. Because they're all talking about Crackdown getting a 61, 62. That's all they're talking about. That's all everybody cares about. People, if you realize, Sea of Thieves, the only scores that were anticipated, because everybody was fearful that aren't Xbox fans, that it's probably gonna get a 90 plus with Forza Horizon 4. So everybody anticipated the review scores of Sea of Thieves because they had a feeling they was gonna get killed and they wanted to be validated. State of Decay, of course the Crackdown, obviously. But I'm telling you, just moving forward, you ain't gonna see no scores like this again. And if you do, see, if they dare disrespect Gears of War 5 like they disrespect Gears of War 4, these sites should be shut the fuck down. For real. For real. And fuck these dislikes. All these dudes is fucking assholes. They ain't got nothing else to do. They just want to, they want to sit here and just, like, negativity. Misery loves company. These motherfuckers are miserable. So they like the dislikes. They like to do all that bullshit. It's all right, though. But when I disable this bitch and you ain't going to be able to dislike a video again, what the fuck you going to do? So stop with this dislike spamming. And wait, I'd rather you... Never mind. I am a fan of engagement, but this is inaccurate engagement. It's improper. So you obviously like the video because you're here watching, like you're still here. The numbers haven't decreased. They've only increased. So that means you're sharing it somewhere, somehow. You're sharing it. So you want other people to see. So you're like that I'm here fucking ranting and giving my honest thoughts. I'm giving you my fucking time that can be spent doing something else, but yet you want to disrespect me with a like because you don't like Xbox, because you don't like that I'm speaking out against these Crackdown review scores. So, let's dislike this shit down. I mean, it's whatever. I don't care. Don't care. It's only numbers next to a JPEG. And I'm out of coffee. Ain't that a bitch? But these this shit really opened my eyes. Like really opened my I see so clearly now when it comes to these games and the review scores, and I do it because if you look at history in the games, first and foremost, the game is not broken. Just gotta give you guys a heads up. The game doesn't suffer from frame rate issues. You know, the resolution is nice and sharp. It's a dynamic 1080p on Xbox One S, but it's a dynamic 4K on Xbox. But maintaining the higher mark of 4K, that maintaining like the native mark of 4K. So we know visually the game is not ugly like so all proclaimed it to be. Oh, it's ugly. No. What's wrong with Crackdown 3? The only thing you can really say probably is that it's repetitive, maybe? I can see Crackdown 3 being repetitive. Multiplayer no invite system at launch. I can see that. Okay. What's other than when you take that out of the equation, what's really wrong with Crackdown? What makes it worse than the first two games? What make it worse than Sea of Thieves? So when I look at Crackdown, I learned something. Games are either severely overrated or they're severely underrated, or there's a clear-cut media bias that nobody wants to admit, because now media bias is a meme. It's a joke. Nobody wants to take it seriously. Nobody. But you can't tell me. I don't want to hear another fucking game. It's repetitive, so we have to give it a lower score. I don't want to see that shit again. No. Not after Apex Legends blow up. All the freaking fucking Fortnites and shit. No. Repetition keeps you playing. No. I don't want to hear that. It's not a good enough excuse. What makes a game bad? I'm not buying this bullshit anymore. Games, the meta system, the scoring system of games is fucking broken. We're letting these fucking idiots define what fun is. We're letting these idiots try to define what looks good. We're letting these idiots try to define what is a good game, and they're giving us pretty much a false sense of identification. Pretty much, we're identifying games as good and bad by the wrong metrics. It makes no sense. Apex Legends is trash. Get the fuck out of here, he says. But it's currently a 91 on Metascores, and it's literally a portion of Titanfall. It's a vertical slice of Titanfall. Remove the Titans, remove all the other modes, remove the campaign, and we put it in a battle royale environment, and it's 10 times better than the last two Titanfall games. Kiss my ass, somebody. Can I get a witness? Please. I won't hype Gears Metascore because I'm telling you now, as it stands, Gears, my Metascore for Gears is already a 95. I don't give a fuck what this site says. It will always be a 95 to me because I already know they're gonna tear it up. So Apex is free, so it added 50 points to the fucking score. But if Apex was, let's say Apex was the same price as PUBG, what will it rate? Is it going to take off like 10 points off the score? Is it? Like, I've seen these idiots give like games like Celeste high scores, Tetris, because it has colors and good music, but you're still building blocks, repetitive as fucking shit. And the game is like fucking a quote unquote classic. The new Tetris that just came out. Really? That shit hurts my heart. Because it's not consistent. Reviews aren't consistent. These critics are not consistent in what they're saying. What makes a game good or bad? Crackdown 3 is the very proof of that. Says read more super chats. Says I read that you can't hype Gears 5's Metascore now is for E-Rock 97. Red Hood 420 says Dark Station gave Gears a 90. So which Gears did they give a 90? Compare Crackdown to Metal Exodus Smooth. Why would I? Metro Exodus got an 84 or 85 or some shit like that. I don't know what it got. I don't like. BG says Dark Station gave Gears 4 a 90 though smooth. So that was their token game. So what did they give the other Xbox release games, huh? What did they give them? You have to have a token game. Forza Horizon is usually the token game for most websites that they're gonna like, we're gonna give up and beyond score. Like Forza Motorsport series will always be a 80 game. Man, no matter how many times they improve the game, no matter how many years they add, they look so much better. It will always be a mid-80 game because they apply this logic that simulators aren't for everyone. So it gets a default score. Forza Horizon breaks barriers a little bit. A little better soundtrack. It add fun, fun, because that's the most important thing about games, fun and entertainment. Fun and entertainment. Has the flexibility to get higher scores, right? You have to have a token game. These Dark Stations, the Dole Shockers, they have to have a token game. So don't give me these exceptions to the rules, all right? And try to say, oh no, there's no media bias. Oh no, these sites aren't like no. There's always an exception. Jabril Williams says, "Are you mad Jump Force has received bad and average reviews too?" Hold on. No, because I am not a fan of that genre. I don't play fighting games. I don't watch Dragon Ball. I don't watch One Piece, any of these shows. So I don't sit anywhere or I haven't played a history of those games to say, dude, how is Jump Force worse than Dragon Ball FighterZ, or how is Jump Force worse than One Piece or Blaze Blue? How is Jump Force worse than J-Stars or some shit like that? Like I don't sit in a position where I could say that because it wasn't a game that I was interested in, or I don't know anything about the characters in the game, the fighting mechanics, the style of it to say, yo, this shouldn't be a 65, it should be better, because I don't know where those other games really rank. So honestly, I can't tell you that. However, I did play Crackdown's previous Crackdown games. I did play all these other so-called bad Xbox games that these motherfuckers pretend are the worst games ever made. I did play those. And I still feel bamboozled by these review scores, because I feel like they're trying to sway me. I feel like they're lying. I feel like they're pushing an agenda. It's being proven. It's being proven. Tavia Small said, "Smooth, GT Sport got a 75. That makes no sense. Judging by where GT usually scores, it probably doesn't make any sense." You gotta ask yourself, was GT Sport worse than GT? Was the last one? GT7 or GT6? Was it worse than those previous GT games? Did it have less content? Didn't it look better? Didn't it have better music? Didn't it have better mechanics? Didn't it do something better? Did it have more cars? What made the game bad? You gotta ask yourself when these games are being reviewed. God of War had less boss fights than any other God of War game, had less interesting boss fights. They had literally one boss fight span across the whole fucking game. Same boss. But it's nominated for Game of the fucking Generation because they panned the camera behind his back, gave Kratos a beard and a fucking Caucasian kid. Sorry, not to be racist. Not trying. They gave him a single dad simulator, changed the camera, gave him a beard, and make you fight the same boss 3 times, 3.5 times, 2.5 times. And it's a 95. I take nothing away from the game looks. The game looks awesome. The game played well. I'm not mad at it, but it's not consistent in what we're judging. Because now it's like, okay, God of War had scenarios that were worse than its previous games, other than looks and a change of direction, which I prefer out of God of War games than the other one. But the other things that other God of War games provided, I feel personally, were better. But fuck that. Throw all that shit out the window. It's 2018. You gotta change. You gotta change. You realize every time Xbox tried to change Halo, they got shit for it? Try to evolve it, make it more modern. Halo 5, best multiplayer ever. And it's the worst Halo in the series. How the fuck does that happen? Reviews. Metascores. And this is the age of the complainers, the doubters, the naysayers, negative Nancys. Somebody says Halo kind of washed up. My ass. No, it's not. Neither is Gears. Neither is Forza. These are games that just been constantly making itself better with every release. This is proof that reviews matter. Yes, reviews matter. I can tell you reviews don't matter because they shouldn't matter, but it does. Look how you react. I react this way because of a review score, but look how you react. You start like, okay, I can throw out this game's ass, this game's ass, this game's ass because the Metascore, all the scores is bad. So I can say that. I don't gotta play it, but I can just say it. I can make videos and streams and shit all over it because these motherfuckers agree with me, even though I ain't gotta play it to prove it. La, awesome. Identity is going away. Opinions are going away. To be able to just enjoy shit for your own, all that shit's going away. I enjoyed a lot of these games that were shitted on. I enjoyed, it's crazy. A lot of the games that were shitted on, I enjoyed more than the games that were highly praised. These fucking walking simulators, these technical, like, slow down, let's slow the pace. Let's take the game control away from you. Let's just make everything just so dull, boring, and mundane. Fuck that bullshit. I want to have fun. I want to be entertained. Shit ain't got to be hard all the fucking time for me to enjoy the game. I don't know if someone says MBG saying it's unacceptable. What? The reviews? I don't give a fuck. He said, what if Crackdown 3 is just bad, Smooth? What if it's just bad? If you're telling me Crackdown 3 is bad, that means Crackdown 1 and Crackdown 2 is either just as bad or worse. There's no way those are better. Is Sea of Thieves just bad? Is State of Decay 2 just bad? Is Recore bad? Is Super Lucky Tales bad? You think Crackdown 3 is worse than those games? I don't believe so. I think it's impossible. I think it's impossible. The problems that existed in all these other games don't exist in Crackdown, but it's worse. I don't care if the game is 10 years old. I don't give a shit. Crackdown 1's the only good one, but yet Crackdown 3 is better. I won't stream Crackdown 3 to completion. I'll stream it. I'll have my moments to stream. Matter of fact, just to give you guys a heads up, I'm actually in the process of moving again. I don't know why I keep fucking doing that, but the internet is switching from Comcast to Verizon Fios, and I have a big dilemma because my move takes place tomorrow, the day of Crackdown, of course. So actually, I can play tonight. Actually, no, I will be able to play Crackdown. So the last thing I will pack is my Xbox and my monitor, so I can play Crackdown tonight all the way until probably 11 a.m. or some shit like that. I might do that. So we'll see. So no complaints. It's just that from Friday, I won't be able to play it Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So I won't be able to play for 3 days, which means I probably won't be able to make any podcasts for the 3 days. I know a lot of people want me to, face the music on Weapon Wheel. I'll do whatever I can to try to be there. It might be via mobile. I might have to go to a library. I might have to go to a friend's house. I might have to fucking borrow my girl's computer and go into like a fucking aerial Wi-Fi. But I want to be there for sure and let everybody fucking have it, because I mean, shit's real. Shit's real. Shit's real. Shit's real. But I'm gonna get out of here because I got some shit to do. It's 11:30 and I haven't even finished packing. I'm about to go and do that. I just wanted to air out some grievances and let you guys know that these motherfuckers are fraud. This review score, this 62, 61, 60, whatever, does not reflect the game that's coming out tomorrow. It does not reflect Crackdown 3. I think these scores are overblown. I think they're fabricated. I feel like this was a personal hit out on Crackdown that everybody's been prepared for. All the media sites, the journalists, all these motherfuckers, because they really wanted this to be the game. They wanted to give Xbox one last dig before they slaughter shit for the next 5 years. So Xbox about to come with the fucking heat. Next 5 years is gonna be all Xbox. So they wanted to really give one game that last dig, and they did it. And they did it with Crackdown 3. Unfortunately, it happened when the time when Windows Central and fucking ran and everybody wants to be fucking objective, very objective. It all happened at the same fucking day. I hope you guys enjoyed your St. Valentine's Day massacre. If you were against Crackdown 3, I'm sure you got what you want. If you were for Crackdown 3, you guys should have been prepared for this. I've been prepared for this, so that's why I'm here in one piece. I feel good about it, and I'm ready to go to fucking war if they want it. So I will be here tomorrow with Crackdown 3, playing it and enjoying it, and letting these naysayers kiss my ass, wipe my ass, lick my ass, no homo, shut the fuck up. I'm out of here. As always, Xbox is the best box, and I am the best bot. I am out of here. Peace. Peace, bitches. Fucking assholes.